Welcome to Joe's Astrology. Today is Friday, February 26th, 2024. And Mercury has just went direct. So I'm going to primarily talk about that. So Mercury retrograde. With retrograde, we have this idea of review, renew, redo. And we've spent while Mercury's been in retrograde, if you're attuned to Mercury retrograde, you would have been reviewing things that you've been working on or thinking about, and this would have occurred, or this could have occurred, regardless of if you're thinking about this or not. And if you weren't thinking about it, this is an opportunity to learn how to do this because it works really well. And with Mercury retrograde, during that time period, you may be thinking about decisions you've made, thinking about maybe some experiences you had, and really by doing that, you're aligning your life to a place where you really want to be, or where you should be, or where you could say where God wants you to be. And the retrograde function is, being Mercury retrograde is pointing to Jupiter as well. So you think of somebody who has Mercury retrograde in their natal chart as being a very right brain, or a more of a right brain person than a Mercury direct. And my father has Mercury retrograde, and just that symbol alone, you could look at his life as he is very faith oriented. He's not religious at all, but he's very optimistic. You think Jupiter, and very right brain in the sense that he has visions and he follows his visions. And if you heard his life story, it's definitely a Mercury retrograde type of life when you look at it from that idea of the right brain leading the left brain. Now you look at most people who have Mercury direct, and most people in general, their life is led by their left brain. They may think that they're being led by their right brain, but the way they go about things, the way they make decisions, they're very external. They're looking at the facts, the statistics, things like that. So now we have Mercury going direct, and it's going to make a conjunction with Venus and Taurus. So particularly for people that are thinking about money and values, and or just in general, like the idea of Mars being the ruler here in Aries, all those themes that would have came up in the past month or two, moving into Taurus, many people will have made some changes based on their values. They would have made some changes based on money and security and things that they may have been working towards. Or just, it could just, for a majority of people who aren't thinking about this at all, or haven't really had any, might not have had any changes or problems during Mercury retrograde, they may have just seen a lull in their business, or in the business of life. And as Mercury goes direct and it hits that Venus and it goes into Taurus, for them, they may see it as a period of the good life. And that really depends on your natal chart as well. I'm just giving you like a general way that this can play out. So we're going to look at this, the greatest astrology book ever, which I will link down in the description. This book, or a video I did on this book. And again, it says here, Mercury retrograde points to the Jupiter function. Mercury retrograde is a time in the soul's life, generally focusing on information that the soul is interested in and no more. And this, you could think of that can be problematic in society when you're looking at, if you're involved in a societal function where people are working, you have to work together to make a collective, to reach a collective goal, where the Mercury retrograde is being concerned with his or her own life rather than the society's direction. Any planet inverts its normal function from outward to inward. The eyes turn inward. Natal Mercury retrograde is a lifelong purging. Is lifelong purging the build up within the soul of excessive information that is holding back the soul's progress going forward. So Mercury retrograde person, they could have assimilated way too much information that has nothing to do with them. And you think of Mercury direct in this idea of working as a team to make a collective goal happen. Many people in life would have sacrificed their personal goals for the goal of society. And people are doing this every day when they go to work for another company that has nothing to do with their individual life. They're being paid for their services, and someone who has Mercury retrograde is going through a period of, it's like as it says here, purging the buildup of excessive information that is holding back the soul's progress from going forward. So you can think of many people who have allowed that to penetrate their soul and not focused on their own evolution, their own soul's evolution. Also, you could think of people that have been fooled as well by the Gemini types that are they're into all kinds of information that are maybe interesting or novel, but have nothing to do with their own soul's evolution. It says when Mercury is direct, people are somewhat alone in their orientation, as it is a minority of people. When it's retrograde, everyone is feeling it. So I'm going to leave it there for now. If you want, you can check out this book. I am going to probably do a book study. I might do a book study with this book. This is the book, the EA glossary. So if you're interested in that, like the video, because that will encourage me to, if there's interest. And again, I'm going to link the video I have down below, and also link the other Mercury retrograde video that I've done as well. And hope this video helps you learn astrology, and have a great day.